VaahanIQ isn't just fleet tracking, it's a complete operating system for your transport business. It comes with 10 core features, 5 internal features, and 5 external features. In this video, we'll walk through the 5 internal features. On the internal side, we have 3 managerial features, 1 operational feature, and 1 accounting feature. Before we get into the features, here's how you get in. Head to fleet.vaahaniq.in. Enter your 6-digit unique company ID that is given to you at the time of registration. In the next step, log in using your username and password. Let's start with inventory and purchase procurement. Do you buy spare parts beforehand for your repair shed maintenance and want a proper way to manage the incoming and outgoing of those parts? That's exactly what the inventory feature of VaahanIQ handles. Adding item is simple. You can either add them manually one at a time or through bulk upload. Now, when it comes to any item leaving the garage inventory, if someone needs an item for repair or any other purpose, they must create a reservation for that item. And then the person in charge shall release an issue against that reservation. This way, you know who requested the item, who provided the item, and the item was used for what purpose. That takes care of the outgoing side. For the incoming side, you have two options. You can either go through a proper purchase procurement cycle, that is, creation of PR, purchase requisition, then PR is approved by the authority. Then, based on the approved PR, you can create a CSQ, that is, comparative statement. Add quotes of different vendors and select the best quote. Based on the selected quote, you create a PO, that is, purchase order. You also have an option to skip the CSQ and generate the PO directly from the PR. Once the item physically arrives at your shed, you create a gate entry and record a GRN, goods receipt note. As soon as the GRN is finalized, the system automatically posts a purchase voucher crediting the ledger of the supplier, and when you make the payment, all you have to do is simply record the payment voucher against the purchase voucher. The other option is to entirely turn off the purchase procurement process and post a purchase voucher directly from the accounting voucher feature. Next, the repair dashboard. VaahanIQ comes seeded with common repair issues by default. If you don't see the issue you need, you can simply create a new one in a single click. Head to Repair Issues under the Repair tab on your sidebar. Click on Add Issue, fill in the details, and create the repair issue you want. To raise a repair note, go to Repair Notes under the same Repair tab and click on New Repair Note. Select the vehicle, enter the kilometer reading of the vehicle, and other basic details like place of breakdown. Now, the repair note is created and the vehicle status is now under repair. Once the repair note is created, the next step is to create task and add issues to the task. One task can consist of multiple issues. Why? Because one task is assigned to one mechanic. So for example, if a vehicle has 4 issues and 2 mechanics are working on it, 2 issues each, then you can create 2 tasks. In the first task, assign the mechanic and add the issues that this mechanic is going to solve, and do the same for the next one. The mechanic can log in into VaahanIQ and see the tasks assigned to them and mark them complete. Or a person with the permissions to handle repair can do this on behalf of the mechanics. Now, tires and battery. To manage the life cycle of tires, the first step is to create tire configuration. This is something you create once to link it with the vehicle so the system knows that how many tires this particular vehicle has and what are the positions. Go to Configurations under the Tires tab on the sidebar and click on New Config. Give a name to this config like 10 tire high body. Enter the number of tires and the system will generate the tire positions and display a mock-up animation for better visual representation. If you feel like the positions are not right or if you call them something else, you can simply edit those positions manually and click on Create. After this, you link this configuration to the vehicle. A tire either sits in a vehicle or in a yard. You can create virtual yards to keep track of your tires. You can create one with simple click from the yards page under the tires tab. Now, to add a tire into the system which is purchased already, posting a purchase entry wouldn't make sense. So we have tires page where you can add tires one by one or through bulk upload. There's an optional field called book value. If you enter the value of the tire, this will update the opening balance of the tires and tube ledger and reflect an opening balance in the P&L. If you purchase a new tire, click on Purchase Tires, enter general details like vendor ledger, invoice number, GST, and enter the tire details. This will post a purchase voucher in the accounts. In the tires, you also have an option to record punctures and powder change. The same goes for battery. You can create yard, add a battery, create create battery purchase entries, link battery to a vehicle so no configuration is required. And you get an option to record water change and recharging entries. VaahanIQ also comes with complete built-in accounting. No separate software needed. Ledger creation, voucher posting, receivables, payables, bank book, cash book, trial balance, profit and loss, and balance sheet. All natively integrated and all connected to operations you just saw. And now, the most important feature of VaahanIQ, the operations. This is the heart of any fleet business, built around two flows, outward and inward. Let's start with outward. Any transport business is a service at the end. And because you're giving out service, hence the name Outward Service Order or OSO. This is your trip. As a transporter, this can go two ways. You rent out your own vehicle and bill the customer, or you take on an order and fulfill it using your own fleet. Say, for example, you receive an order of 50,000 tons of coal from point A to point B. You start by creating a DO, a delivery order. Select the party ledger, enter the details of your order, and create the DO. Now, when you create an OSO, all you have to do is link the DO with this OSO. To create an OSO, go to the OSO page under the Outward tab on your sidebar and click on New OSO. Select the party's ledger whose DO you just created, and in the DO dropdown, you will be able to see all the DOs related to that party. Select that DO. Next is the vehicle source. There are two options, either your own vehicle or against an ISO. We'll get back to what is ISO soon. Select the source type as your own vehicle and then select the vehicle that's going on the trip. If the driver is not assigned to the vehicle, you can select the driver of this trip here. The from and to fields are auto-filled from the DO, and the amount field shall be left empty because we are fulfilling an order. Enter the kilometer reading for the start of the trip. Coming to ISO, this is inward service order. When you have order things to be transported and you rent a vehicle from the market, you have to take in a service. So you first create an ISO. To create an ISO, go to the ISO page under the inward tab, click on New ISO, select the vendor ledger, fill in the vehicle details, route, and the amount you mutually agreed upon with the vehicle owner for this rental trip. And now you can use this ISO as a vehicle source while creating the OSO. You can create LR or memo as the trip document you can provide to your customer. Then comes the billing. You have to generate a bill to your customer for you to get paid. Go to the billing page under the Outward tab, click on New Bill, select the party, enter SAC code. All related DO or OSO shall appear. You select the OSO for which you are billing and click on Create Bill. A PDF of the bill can be downloaded and your company's format for the bill will be configured. That's the complete internal engine of VaahanIQ. Inventory, repairs, Tyres and Battery, Accounting and Operation, all working together. Apart from these features, we have general features like adding employee and mechanics. You can give specific permissions to employees related to their work, and when the employee logs into VaahanIQ, they will be able to see only those tabs and will be allowed to access only those pages to which they have permissions. You can manage fleet, that is, vehicle and drivers, create trip configuration to let the system know how much salary the driver gets for each trip. In the next video, we'll cover the 5 external features. Thank you.